fun. All right, thanks so much, Shannon. Well, now let's throw things over to Amy, who's going to help us get upgraded in all parts of our lives. I love this, Amy.
That's right, Carrie. Well, getting bad service at a store can be very annoying. Check out this angry customer who went on a rampage in a phone store in Manchester, England.
Oh my God! What's wrong with the guy?
Okay, obviously, this guy lost it, but whether you're trying to get upgraded to a nicer hotel room, get bumped up to first class on an airplane, or you're trying to get your way through your customer service department of a large company over the phone, there's an art to getting your way. Customer service expert Royalyn Reed can share the secrets of getting better customer service and upgrading your life. Hello, Royalyn. How are you?
Hi, Amy. How are you?
Good. All right, we just saw a video of that guy kind of losing it
Yes.
when maybe his cell phone provider didn't give him the rates that he wanted
Yes.
for those text messages, but there's probably a better way to do it.
Absolutely. That was pretty hilarious. But you know, you're right, Amy. There are some really some practical things that you can actually do. One thing, I think a lot of it is to understand and look at it from a whole customer service perspective, because so often we only look at it from ours. When we have a need, we want it addressed right there, and we're up in arms. But if you kind of step back and look at how it works, first of all, remember the person you're dealing with, they're a person just like you. They're going to work, they have stress, they have other things, and we don't know what else they've dealt with. But with that person, usually everyone, to some level, has some degree of power.
Yes.
Or situational control, that they have a leeway of what they can give you.
You get more bees with honey than vinegar, I think the saying goes. Going back to that video, that guy was getting nowhere but to jail very fast. So let's go over the areas in our life that we can upgrade our service. And let's start about upgrading your travel. Getting bumped up to first class, getting the better hotel room with a better view. How can we get better deals when we're traveling this summer?
First of all, it helps to kind of be prepared and know how those industry works. Now, of course, with travel right now, with airlines, you know, with all of the frequent flyer miles, but a lot of times too, if those seats and it's a certain time it's not filled, the most important thing to do is ask. Yeah. Say, hey, do you have any of those seats left over? I could fill them, because if you think about it, the airplane is still flying and those seats are going to be vacant, and that situational control, they can move you there. Same thing with hotel. You know, if it's not a busy time or whatever. As a matter of fact, real life story, I was talking to a friend and they love one of the hotels, you know, the 4 and 5 stars. They were going to love Four Seasons hotels. And so they go book a standard room and they just say, hey, have that presidential suite available tonight, or an executive suite. A lot of times, if they're available, they're sitting there, nothing's happening. And many times they've gotten those suites.
Did they get that presidential suite for the night?
You know, they have before, by just asking, and like I said, it's sitting there. So it's not like the hotel is losing anything, but also if they know that you will be a return customer, if you can help provide good information. We oftentimes use the internet and social media when things go wrong, but hey, say, hey, this place treated me well. So there's some things that you can do on that end too.
There's $1 million tip there. Just ask. You never know what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
How about even at a restaurant? Seems like some people get the great table and some people are stuck in the corner. How do we get through that hostess?
Sometimes too, it goes back to asking. Now, if it's a really crowded night, if it's Friday night, you know, everything is really going, chances are you probably won't. So you have to understand that. But at least you can ask, hey, can I sit over there? Or what's going on here? How does it work? Sometimes you can even ask, do you have any specials? Do you have any wine specials or drink specials to go along with the meals that I could help with? And then the basic thing that goes back to common courtesy or common ways of interacting is talk to the person. Make eye contact, nod, be pleasant.
Become their friend and their ally.
Absolutely. And you know, it really basic is think about what makes a good customer.
And talk about over the phone, and like that video we just saw, we all get frustrated. We're online for 6 minutes on the phone, or online for 10, 20 minutes in person. Once we get through to that person, how do we make sure that we're getting the best customer service possible?
You know, and usually we've all been through that and we are livid. But remember, what is the end goal? You need to get your goal met. Whatever problem you're calling about, you want to get that resolved as quickly as possible. That's more important than that venting. Hopefully you can get it, but if not, you might have to escalate it or, you know, call back or handling it. but keeping your eye focused on what you really want and not just wrapped up in emotion.
And sometimes you have to remember that there's different levels of competence over the phone. Sometimes there's newbies who are just there to kind of be on the front line. Sometimes you have to ask for that manager on duty.
Absolutely, but just remember, stay focused on what you need, stay calm, and remember that they are a person. How do you walk through and just say, hey, can somebody else help you? Or sometimes you just may need to navigate, but get what you need is what you want to do. And ask.
There's a few $1 million tips here. So just ask, be polite, befriend them, look in the eye, and keep your mind on the goal. You got to get that problem solved.
That's right. And remember, they're people.
Don't lose your
just
cool.
like us.
Okay, Royland, thank you so much for being here. All right, stay with us on GMT. Up next, check out some fun activities for kids to keep them busy through these long, hot summer days.
Party people all around me feeling hot, hot, hot.